Spirits with me. I'm Jane. I hope you're doing so well wherever you are right now. I am enjoying this day outside. So I'm bringing you all with me here outside. I love it when the sun is out. The sky is super blue. Couple poofy clouds are moving by. Yesterday was a very gray day, low clouds, like eye level clouds. I'm enjoying this day. So, body, mind, spirit. It's the trifecta of our life, right? We have all of these components. We've got our physical, we have our mental, and then we have our emotional slash energetic slash spiritual body. And for me, if one of those three things is like completely out of whack, it throws everything else out of whack, right? Like I think I talked about that last couple times ago. I talked about integrity. And so I wanted to share something today as I drink this. This was my inspiration to today. And I don't know if you can see it. I don't want to pour it out because that would suck. But it's a smoothie. A lot of hawks are flying overhead today. And that's what I want to talk about. Not the hawks, but what's in there. So I started, um, I guess, gosh, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4 or so years ago, eating fruit first thing in the morning. It's an Ayurvedic thing, which is the sister science of yoga, and it is a way to work with our elemental nature to live a healthier, more balanced life. And a lot of practices are in Ayurveda, and one of them is nutrition. And so everything that I'm sharing with you, take it with a grain of salt. If it resonates, great. Y'all know I'm not a doctor, so I'm just sharing the bits of information that I have and what works for me. So, um, so I started eating fruit for breakfast with cinnamon because it's a blood sugar stabilizer and just a little bit of honey. And I would do raw fruit, and then it would be cold outside. I'd be like, I don't want raw fruit. I don't want cold fruit. So then I would have baked apples. I would bake an apple or two with cinnamon and ginger and nutmeg and eat that in the morning, and it was great. And then I guess a little over a year ago when I was in Costa Rica, um, that was really, I think, when I started to do smoothies more. Like I used to really enjoy getting those acai bowls, but they're like $15 and that's not in my budget. Eh. So I was like, well, why am I spending, like it's $15. I could literally buy all the ingredients for $15 and have this fruit, it's like smoothie bowl basically for a week. So I started doing that. So in the mornings, I would have a smoothie bowl. So I would make a smoothie and then I would put it in a bowl and then I would add like granola or shredded coconut, hemp seed hearts, cacao nibs, stuff like that. Little drizzle of honey. And since being here, I don't have, I mean, I do have access to all those things. Like I could easily make granola and coconuts grow here, right? And it's easier for me to just have a smoothie. But what I found, side note, and I might mention it again. If you make a smoothie, make sure you chew it. I know it sounds weird, but the chewing process activates our digestive juices so that our body gets more nutrients. If we just drink a smoothie really quickly, it just kind of comes out really fast. And we want all the nutrients of whatever is in this smoothie. So, um, leading me into what I'm going to talk about is what is in this smoothie specifically. So this smoothie has pineapple and an orange from the tree that I picked. Actually, I picked up one off the ground because those are like the best ones, right? Um, and papaya. Yep, that's what's in this. I like to keep it at three fruits. Um, I don't like I've learned that I don't like to mix like vegetables in it. I like to just keep it fruit. It just breaks down differently in the body. So, what I want to talk about is the cleansing properties of some plants and foods. Plants are food. Plants and foods are medicine. So some of the medicines actually have cleansing properties. And right now I'm doing a cleanse. I am doing a parasite cleanse. We all, if you're a human, have parasites. If you've ever eaten sushi or you've ever eaten meat, um, you definitely probably have parasites. Like it's a thing. Like it's the reality that we live in. And I've done parasite cleanses before and I've done cleanses before. And while I'm here, I wanted to do one in particular. So I'm taking ivermectin. It's a great parasite killer. That's why it was so good for Covidicus. It helps treat our bodies and heal it in so many ways. So I'm taking ivermectin. It's fine. I need to sip. So part of this, I just take these pills in the morning, drink a lot of water, eat regular, eat healthy. So it's not like I'm having to cut anything in particular out. Um, and it's a very interesting process, and I'll save you the gory details. You're welcome. But if you don't have ivermectin or that's just not your jam, and you're like, I kind of want to do a parasite cleanse, I'm just going to tell you some stuff that um, can cleanse your body, whether it's from parasites or parasites. Check this: parasites can live in environments that have had a lot of traumas and stress. So that's most of us, right? Like most of us have had traumas and or stress. So, um, some of the things I'm going to share will help to cleanse other parts of the body, not just from the parasites, but other stuff too. So you can take a little note, you can watch this again, you can, yeah, see how it lands. So this, so the pineapple in this has enzymes that helps your gut, basically. So our gut needs enzymes, like it needs to be able to do what it do, and the pineapple really helps it do what it needs to do. Not canned pineapple, not pineapple in some sugar syrup, but like fresh organic pineapple. Everything I'm gonna share, get organic, please, if you can. um and the orange, vitamin C, right? So it literally helps our immune system. If my immune system's really like strong, the likelihood of me getting parasites in the first place is lower, because my immune system's going to be like, you don't belong here, and gobble, 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 eat you up and spit you out kind of thing, right? But over our lifetime, our immune systems have become weaker and weaker because we are we've been indoctrinated to use antibacterial everything and to stay indoors and not literally get dirty with the dirt on the earth. So that compromises immune systems. We live in a very sterile environment. So vitamin C, fresh especially, is such medicine for that. Now the papaya that's in my smoothie today, I put some of the seeds in there with it. And I make sure that they get very ground up. You don't want to eat them solid. And it it's that's the black flecks. I don't know if you can see the black like dots in there. It looks like pepper. Um, because papaya seeds are naturally anti-parasitic. So I put them in the blender with it, just like I cut the papaya in half and I use half of seeds. Maybe I use the whole half of the seeds, depending on how many seeds there are. And I just blend it up. And so I'm just sharing these things because it helps our bodies cleanse itself. Um, Another thing that I've been doing for a long time now, and I highly recommend it, it's dandelion tea. So dandelion tea, I get, is it roasted or toasted dandelion tea? And it's organic, you literally can also like use the leaves of certain dandelions that are in your yard. Unless you get your yard sprayed with some chemical service, do not use that then. But dandelion tea helps to cleanse our liver. So parasites, not only are they like worms and things, it's they also have an energy, and they're an energy that feeds off of us. So imagine the times in your life where you've had um jobs that felt like it was just sucking your energy dry, or you were in relationships that you're like, they just suck my energy dry. They literally drain my life force energy. And so that was like a parasitic energy. When we are in an environment like that, then we are more likely to get physical parasites in our body. So when we are in those experiences where like people are sucking our energy dry or the job is or whatever, we're usually a little bit pissed, right? Like we're usually a little bit angry. We're like, damn it, I wish they stop, but I can't make them stop. And then we'll get mad at ourselves, like especially after the fact, like, damn it, why didn't I stop that? You know? So the liver processes anger. So we also live in an environment where alcohol is super common. And so are foods that the liver doesn't like. And so is Tylenol, right? Acetaminophen. Totally like hurts the liver. So dandelion tea can help to clear out the liver, cleanse the liver. So you can just drink a cup of that, read the back, make sure it's good for you, right? Don't do it and be like, oh, that hurt me. That's Jane's fault. Read it. This is like you do your own research, right? Like it's I'm not making you do anything. Just giving you my 2 cents. So okay, so we got papaya, dandelion, um, water. I was I was talking with someone and they were like, "Oh, like my head is starting to hurt," and they were starting to feel it, and I was like, "Have you had any water?" And they were like, "No." We need to drink a lot of water, and something that can help absorb, use the hydration from the water is if you add sea salt to your water, just a pinch. Um, so no matter where you live, you could probably stand more minerals in your life. We're a very mineral deficient group of humans here on this earth plane. So you can take a pinch, literally, of sea salt, put it in your water, shake it up. That will help to hydrate you, which helps then your body to cleanse itself naturally. Um, I'm a fan of like fresh air. I think it's very cleansing. Sunshine. Check this. I mentioned this in another episode, but the sun sterilizes things. The sun will kill mold and certain funguses. And so here, because it's a lot of jungle around here, so it's a lot of humidity sometimes. Not where I am currently, but like if there's a day without sunshine, if something's wet, it does not dry. So whenever the sun's out, like I put my pillow out there, I have my wrap out here, like literally they're in the sun right now, just cleansing. Like they're clean, but they're just like getting an extra dose. So imagine, right? Like I know in the United States, most people have clothes dryers, right? So the heat is what keeps the mold or fungus or whatever from growing on the clothes. But there's something about like if you put it in the sunshine, it's so good. Then you also like aren't paying all the electricity and using this big solar heater system that we have to clean and dry your clothes. Not like wash it, but Um, and then it makes it smell really good. God, sun makes things smell really good. It's interesting. But imagine that with clothes and stuff, and imagine it with you. There are a lot of people that have like funguses on their skin. I've had one before. I was bicycling all the time and I was just sweating all the time. And so like I'd be riding my bike, I'd ride my bike for like 20 miles, I'd stop somewhere, you know, hang out for a couple hours and then ride my bike back and whatever. So that time that I was sitting there, I was sitting in sweaty clothes and then I like re-sweat to get back home. And it was so eventually I had these like um reddish kind of like dots on my back and belly. And I was like, what is this? Yeah, it was like a fungus. So, like I went to go get a cream, right? And it took care of it. But if I had been able to just dry out and be in the sun, it probably wouldn't have happened. And many of us don't get a lot of sun time because of many of us live so very indoors, whether it's your job indoors or, you know, whatever else is keeping you inside. But the sun itself is a really potent cleanser. Highly recommend it. Uh, Please hold. Mm. If you do the papaya seeds, heads up, it's spicy. It's like adding ginger. It's got that type of a spice. I know some people, I haven't tried it, that will take papaya seeds and like rinse them off and dry them, and then put them in like a pepper mill and grind the dried papaya seeds like pepper over salads or whatever, just to keep the anti-parasitic stuff like kind of just a part of their daily, you know. Um, I saw some study recently that what was it? It was like it was something like cancers and parasites, like they're very closely linked. A lot of other illnesses are linked back to parasitic activity. So there are supplements that you can take for like parasite stuff. Look into it. It has like black walnut oil, castor oil. Um, there are different ways to take castor oil so you're not like Poops McGee. Um, there's also uh because the body is going to cleanse. This is nuts, y'all. Check this out. And I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between like just cleansing in general and parasite stuff, and then I'm going to tie it all together in a minute. But when we cleanse our body of parasites, we need to take a binder. Did you see that shadow? Y'all, that was a hawk. Like, that's how close it is. It's so close. They enjoy the sunshine. Me too. Anyway, you need to take a binder. So I take activated charcoal pills. And so like I'll take that this afternoon. And what that does is, whenever if anyone's ever like overdosed on something, they'll pump you with activated charcoal and it literally acts like a magnet in the body. And it absorbs all the things that is not good for your body, right? Um, Drugs, overdose style. I think you can do it with alcohol, and it also does it with parasites. It also does it with heavy metals that are in the body. So it literally like, and then you just like poop it out. And it's not like you don't throw it up because you don't take that much. You take like a capsule or two, and it helps all of these dying and dead parasites exit the body because you want them to exit the body. You don't want just like dead parasites floating around in your body because parasites will live anywhere. It's not just in the gut. Like parasites can live in the brain, in the blood. They can literally live anywhere. Like we're a really moist environment on the inside. Like it's dark and parasites can live in that space. But what I've noticed whenever I've done any parasite cleanse or any cleanse in general, especially if it's like the dandelion tea, um, um, cherry, it's not regular cherry, it's like organic, is it wild cherry juice? Helps to clean out your kidneys. You know, that's important. Like our kidneys need to be able to like release what it needs to release. So every time we've stored stuff in our body that doesn't belong, anger, emotions, grief, um, whatever, on top of physical stuff, habits, drugs, alcohol, parasites, our bodies. Imagine your body itself being like, damn it, why aren't you taking care of me? And then finally you start taking care of it. Sometimes we may feel the underlying emotions that are being cleansed out. So when I've done cleanses before, I have felt like super frustration. Like, what? I am just mad. Um, this one, I'm not feeling anything like that. Yeah, but I am feeling different emotions that I'm allowing myself to move through, and that's part of it. That's, parasite can be energy. It can be, uh, like, I'm alive, I'm a parasite, and that's still an energy that is both designed to suck your life force away. So you might experience anger, our liver holds anger. So you might experience the anger. Well, then it's time to feel it, not like get sucked down into it, but feel it to heal it. Right. Um, I love so normally I have a glass of water and I didn't bring it out here with me. So like these little chunks, because it's just a regular blender. It's not like a fancy Vitamix. Like pieces of it get stuck in my throat. It's a sensation. So I just take another drink. Um, so yeah, you might feel the emotions, right? This is body, mind, spirit. You might have the thoughts that come up around what fed those emotions, right? Those maybe you all of a sudden get this like, I'm not good enough, and nobody likes me or whatever. And then whatever emotions come with that, that might just come into your awareness whenever you do any type of a cleanse. Um, my invitation, if that happens, is to feel it. And then give yourself a lot of love and compassion and a lot of gratitude for being willing to feel it and to release it and to change it into something else like gratitude, you know? Um, yeah. I feel like since I've been here, like because I eat a lot of fruit because it's everywhere and it's delicious. It's like it's great. It's so good. So much there's like so much deliciousness. I'm hydrated. It's a lot of fiber. Like this is amazing. Like, and then when we have a clean system, we poop easier. And if you're pooping regularly, then you're not holding on to old shit, which doesn't weigh you down and it's healthier for your body, right? Like our bodies aren't literally made to be the storage container for shit. It's designed to take the food and release what we don't need and ergo poop, you know? So eating like eating oranges as opposed to getting some like bottled orange juice that has sugar and chemicals in it. Or you could just eat an orange and you get the fiber and you get the vitamin C. And you're gonna get more vitamin C in the one orange, the one organic orange, than you would like a cup or two of some like Tropicana orange juice. String. It's not a parasite, although it kind of looks like one. Um, it's a string from the pineapple. Anyway, um, trying to remember what all I was wanting to talk about with this cleansing goodness. Um, yeah, you might feel the things, you might poop more, but then you'll even out. Um, you might poop with more ease. You might release old shit. You might feel better. You might have a couple days of being foggy headed, and then you'll be followed with a lot of days of clear headedness. Right? Drinking the clean water, getting the sunshine, breathing. Breathing is a big cleanser. Actually, I did a really long meditation the other day, and it was a lot of breath work, and I was just like clear as a bell. It was great. I love it. So good. So good. So good. So Um, yeah, and like there are so many like cleanses out there, parasite cleanses, regular cleanses. Oh, here's the thing. If you ever do any type of a cleanse, my encouragement is to also balance out your gut biome. So a lot of times we get parasites because we've actually taken a lot of antibiotics in our life, and so our bodies are just more susceptible to them. So when we clear out parasites and we do a cleanse, it's a really good time to rebalance the gut biome. So you can take different types of pro and prebiotics, like do your own research for that. I have my own protocol that I do, um, that I order from a company called Purium, uh, which I get a discount. So it's nice. If you want a discount, go to janetheguide.com. Send me an email. I can help you with that. It's so good. It's so good. And I'm like this is giant. Like it's the size of my head, you know? I mean, yeah, it's not pancakes. It's not bacon and eggs. But, pigs have a lot of parasites in them, so when we eat bacon, we're eating parasites. You know, it's just par for the course. Hmm. Yep. And I know a lot of people do the carnivore like diet thing. Like I think it's mostly meat and fruit and like raw milk, cheeses, I think maybe eggs. They don't eat vegetables or grains. They really love it. That's not my jam. I don't subscribe to like one rigid thing way of eating anyhow, um but I'm just like I feel like that could possibly be a shit ton of parasites if only thing you're eating is meat. But, you know, that's why I'm grateful. That's why I'm so grateful that I'm in a place that you can get ivermectin. You know, it's, it's a really good medicine for me. Um, very quick acting, very helpful. So enjoy your body, enjoy having a clearer mind, enjoy getting rid of the things in your body that's been weighing it down. I think it's a really good time to cleanse when we change seasons. Um, so here we are, summer, we're moving into fall, and then that might be a really good time. And then again in the when we go into the winter time. So ponder it, right? And if you're like, I don't want to do all that, you don't have to do any of it. Drink more water, drink more water, add some sea salt to it. Um, and just take care of yourself, like get sunshine, get water, get fresh air, breathe. Just enjoy that, enjoy the cleansing that those things offer us. And that way our bodies feel better, our mind is sharper, and our energy expands and a lot more peace and feel goods. Feels good. Y'all, side note, conversation with Flash, and then I'm hopping off. I did karaoke the other night, whatever. And I had a whole group. I was like, "Will you sing with me?" And they were like, "Sure." So it was there were four of us, and this dude was there who plays the saxophone, so he was playing with us. And I sang "Bust a Move" by Young MC. If you don't know that song, look it up. Do you remember that song? That's right. I sang it, and it was so fun. It was very cleansing because I cleansed out a lot of fear of just like, oh God, I want to get up and do a thing. I was like, yeah, screw it. I only live once in this body. I want to sing. Who cares? So, anyway, whatever you do, just have fun, right? Just like enjoy your life and just remember that you're loved. So, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I will see you on another day.